Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel and welcome to my channel if you are brand new. My name is Danielle and I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. Today is Wednesday, so you guys know exactly what that means. I am back for another What Sold Wednesday video. If you don't know what that means, this is a video I release every Wednesday and I go through all of my sales from the previous week and talk about them more in depth, talk about what sold, how much it sold for, where I got it from, how long it took to sell, and all that good stuff. So if you're interested in seeing my sales from last week, go ahead and keep watching. Before we go ahead and jump into last week's sales, I do want to thank Vendoo for sponsoring today's video. If you guys don't know what Vendoo is the #1 cross-posting software for resellers. And honestly, it feels like I've been using them for forever when it actually hasn't even been a year yet. But it honestly has just added so much value and so much just automation into my business that has helped me grow tremendously. Not only can you cross-list your items to 9 different marketplaces, but you can also bulk delist and relist with just a few clicks. It is absolutely amazing what cross-listing and relisting does for your business, and I promise you, if you're not doing those things and you start doing those things, that your sales are going to skyrocket immediately. Vendoo is in the process of adding Shopify to their marketplace list, which is amazing. I know a ton of people use Shopify, and now there's a way to cross-list your items onto Shopify with Vendoo. So if you guys have been thinking about it or wanting a cross-posting service, promise you, if you try Vendoo, you will not regret it. And if you click the link down below, you will save 25% off your first month service. You can also start with 5 free listings to try it out before you actually spend money. They won't ask you for credit card information or anything. It is completely free. But if you guys have been thinking about it or on the fence, definitely go click that link down below to sign up and save. Okay, let's go ahead and get into these sales. We're going to be talking about the sales from January 23rd to January 29th. And I know the lighting looks a little off. That's just because the sun keeps kind of going in and out of the clouds, so just bear with me on the lighting, and hopefully we can get through this without it getting too dark in here. But we're going to go ahead and start with January 23rd. The first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This was an Athleta women's plaid zipper front jacket in a size medium. This sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and then I was left with $24. This jacket is from a flip lot, and if I do mention something coming from a flip lot, it just means that I am using the app Flip to consign it for someone, so I'm actually selling these items for someone else. So in the end, I'm making a profit, and my client is also making a profit, so I'm not actually making the full amount. But when I say something's from a flip lot, you guys know that I am splitting that with my client. This jacket took 2 months to sell, so it sold fairly quickly. This jacket wasn't really a great style for Athleta, so I'm still glad that I sold it, but it definitely wasn't going to sell for much more than probably $35 anyways. I had it listed at $38 originally, so I'm pretty happy with getting $30 for it, and it sold fairly quickly, so I can't be mad at the sale. And next up was another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Mark Fisher. This is a pair of blue pointed toe flats in a size 5.5. These sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and then I was left with $24. These are again from a flip lot, and they took almost 5 months to sell, so these took a bit longer than the last item from Flip. But Mark Fisher is a brand that doesn't really sell for a ton for me, and these were also in a size 5.5, so a pretty small size. So I honestly did not expect for them to sell for any more than $30. These, I believe, did sell outright, which is great, and I honestly can't be mad at the sale because they sold outright, and 5 months is not a terrible time frame. Mark Fisher is not really a brand I pick up super often, only if it's pretty trendy and I like the piece, but this is from a flip lot, so I'm happy with it, and it still had an okay profit. And the last sale on January 23rd was another Poshmark sale. This was a Madewell open front patch pocket cardigan in a size medium. This sold for $45 with a Poshmark fee of $9, and then I was left with $36. This was once again from a flip lot, and it took 4.5 months to sell. This specific cardigan, I had gotten quite a few really low offers on, and I did not want to take any of them because I was pretty confident that I could get at least probably $40 for this. So it ended up selling outright for $45, which is amazing. I absolutely love making outright sales. So this is a great sale, and $45 was an amazing price for it. That was definitely at the top of the comps that I was seeing. So super happy to move it for that much, and it sold fairly quickly. And moving on to January 24th, the first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Ariat women's Spitfire mid-rise bootcut jeans in a size 32. These sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and then I was left with $32. These are again from a flip lot, and these took almost 1 week to sell. These sold extremely fast. I had these listed at $50 originally, and then received an offer for $40. I think we actually went back and forth a couple times before we settled on $40. That might have been it. I can't fully remember, but Ariat jeans always sell extremely fast for me, and I can typically move them for a little more than $40, but these had only been listed for barely a week, almost a week, and I was just happy to move them that quickly. And of course they had a good profit from flips, so I'm super happy about the sale. And the next sale on January 24th was another Poshmark sale. This was by the brand Nike, and it was a pair of Air Zoom Pulse black teal sneakers. These were in a size 9, and they sold for $70 with a Poshmark fee of $14, and then I was left with $56. These shoes are again from my flip lot, and these took 5 months to sell. These shoes had a ton of interest on them, and I think I had them listed at probably like 80, 85. It might have even been 90. I can't fully remember anymore, but they had so much interest on them and no one wanted to purchase them. So when I finally received an offer on them, I wanted to take her first offer, but it was just a little on the low end. I think it was like probably 60, and my counter was actually, it might have been 70, or I might have counted something a little higher and she countered 70. But I was really happy to move them for 70 still because it's a really great amount. Honestly, the comps on these were a little all over the place. Some of them were really high, some of them were a little low. It was kind of confusing, so I did go a little on the high end when listing them, and I am really happy I managed to get 70 for them because I wasn't sure if I'd be able to get something around 70 at all because they had been listed and they had so much interest, but no one wanted to bite, and I had sent offers as well. So I'm really happy this ended up moving for 70, and they sold fairly quickly, so I'm really happy with it. And next on January 24th was another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Reclaimed Vintage, and it was a green cami jumpsuit, and it was in a size 10. This sold for $47 with a Poshmark fee of $9.40, and then I was left with $37.60. This jumpsuit I did get from a JOMAR wholesale box for $4.65. I want to say I got this from a women's CPR box, but I can't be too sure. This took 4.5 months to sell, so it sold really quickly, and it had a really great profit margin. I had no idea what this brand was when I received it in my box, but now that I know what the brand is, I think it's actually a really great brand. I had this listed at, I want to say, like $50, and this person actually offered me like $40, and I counted her $45 because I was pretty confident in the comps I looked up for this, and she actually like just missed the offer, and a couple days later she came back and offered it $47, and I was like, heck yeah, you can have it for $47. I was going to give it to you for $45 2 days ago. So that was great, and this actually had such a great profit margin, so I'm super happy with the sale. And the last sale on January 24th was a Mercari sale. This is a pair of Cabby original wash skinny jeans, and these sold for $40 with a selling fee of $4 and a processing fee of $1.46. I was left with $34.54. These are also from a flip lot, and these also took 5 months to sell. So again, they sold fairly quickly, not super fast, but they didn't take a super long time. I absolutely love a Cabby jeans, but only Cabby jeans that have the newer tag, which is like a fatter rectangle. The older tags are like a skinny rectangle. The newer ones are like a fatter rectangle, almost a square, but not quite. But Cabby jeans that are the newer tag consistently sell really well for me and pretty fast, honestly. So 40 is pretty like average for what I get. I can't remember if she offered this or they sold outright. I want to say she offered 40. They might have been at like 45 originally. So I'm super happy with this sale, and it had a good profit for myself and my client. And moving on to January 25th, the first sale I made was another Mercari sale. This is by the brand Spanx, and it was a pair of women's black faux leather camel leggings. These sold for $60 with a selling fee of $6 and a processing fee of $2.04. I was left with $51.96. These I actually got from a JOMAR box once again for $3.82. I believe these also came from a CPR box. These took almost 3 weeks to sell, so they sold extremely quickly. These also sold outright, so I had them listed for $60 and they sold for $60. I have fallen in love with the brand Spanx, and I do think there are a couple items that don't sell as well as like their leggings and stuff. Like their jeans, I've had luck with them, and a couple styles don't sell as well as others, but it's kind of like you got to try it all out and figure out what does the best. But so far, I'm loving Spanx, and especially their leggings. I think their leggings probably do the best for me, so I'm super happy with this sale, and it had an amazing profit margin. And next was a Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Adidas men's Ultra Boost gray sneakers in a size 8.5. These sold for $51 with a Poshmark fee of $10.20, and then I was left with $40.80. These are also from a flip lot, and these took actually 1 week to sell. They sold extremely fast, and I actually had these for a while. Like I had them longer than a week, but I wanted to kind of clean them up before I listed them. So I finally got around to cleaning them up. I listed them, and they sold in a week for $51. I did have them listed for $60 originally. And I honestly thought $51 was reasonable, and I didn't want to counter and like lose the sale on accident. So happy with this sale, and I had a really good profit for myself and my client. And next was another Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Frame. This is a pair of women's Alley high-rise skinny jeans, black in size 29. These sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and then I was left with $32. These jeans are from a flip lot, and they took 5 weeks to sell. I want to say I listed these at $40 and then they sold for $40, but I don't remember fully. These did have a little like spotting on the front. They were like these white spots that I didn't know what it was, and my flip client didn't know what they were, and I was like, okay, that's fine. So I think I listed them at $40, a little lower because of that, and they ended up selling outright. So can't be mad at that at all. Honestly, for me, Frame is really hit and miss. Sometimes it does really well. Sometimes it does really bad. It honestly kind of just depends. But these ended up selling really quickly, and they had a good profit for myself and my client. And the last sale on January 25th was an eBay sale. This is a pair of True Religion brand new with the tag of women's Maisie high-rise vintage shorts in a size 28. These did sell for $40, and after the fee of $6.47, I was left with $33.53. These are from a flip lot, and they took 3.5 months to sell. I honestly don't love selling True Religion. I think I've had problems with it in the past moving. These were new with the tag, so it is a little different, but I was really worried these were never going to sell. I had them listed at $50 originally, and when I received the $40 offer, I just accepted because I wasn't sure if I was going to sell them for any more. And I do have another pair in just a different size, so I'm hoping I can sell those for either $40 or more than $40. So I'm still happy with the sale. It still did have a good profit for both myself and my client, but I just don't love selling True Religion. I'm pretty picky with what I pick up from True Religion. And moving on to January 26th, the first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Tord, and it was a coral ruffle gauze blouse in a size 3X. This sold for $14 with a Poshmark fee of $2.95. I was left with $11.05. This is kind of just a meh sale. I got this for $1.40. I don't remember where. I want to say I bought this off of someone selling inventory, and I have no idea how long it took to sell. Like, I want to say a long time. Like, probably a year, I want to say. But honestly, I have no idea. So I'm happy it's gone. I don't have to look at it anymore, which a lot of my items, not a lot of them, but there are some items in my closet that I honestly am just, like, ready to see go. And any offer I get, I'm just, like, accept the offer because I'm done looking at it. And that was definitely this item for me because I was over it. So I'm happy to be making the small profit that I'm making, but I would not pick this up again. And next was a Mercari sale. This is by the brand Moon River. It was a cream lace trim peplum hem blouse. This sold for $18 with a selling fee of $1.80 and a processing fee of 82 cents, and I was left with $15.38. This blouse I actually got from a JOMAR box for $3.80, and it took about 7 months to sell, so it's not the best sale ever, and obviously it only sold for $18, but I had it listed at $25 originally, and I didn't want to counter and miss out on the sale because I still was making an okay profit, but it's just not an item that sells for a lot. Moon River is not a brand I really pick up. I honestly don't even know where it's sold or anything, so I'm still happy with this sale, and it still did make a profit, but this is not a brand that I just like pick up often. It was just in the JOMAR box, so I listed it, but I do not pick it up. And the last sale on January 26th was another Poshmark sale. This is a pair of Skechers women's shape-up sneakers in a size 6.5. These sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and I was left with $32. These are from a flip lot, and they took almost 6 months to sell. I want to say these sold outright as well. I usually list Skechers around 35 or 40, so it sounds right. These took a while to sell. Honestly, I thought they would sell faster. Obviously, 6 months is not that long, but I just thought they would sell faster. But I am happy they ended up selling for $40. I don't remember getting any offers, but I do think they had quite a few likes, but I'm super happy I got $40 for them, and it had a pretty good profit for myself and my client. And moving on to January 27th, the first sale I made was an eBay sale. This is a pair of Saucony women's Canetta Relay Gray Comfort running shoes in a size 7.5. These sold for $40, and then after the fee of $6.42, I was left with $33.58. These shoes are from a flip lot again, and they took almost 2 months to sell. Saucony is a brand I really enjoy selling. These did sell outright for $40. This buyer, though, I'm a little bit iffy about the situation because this buyer actually offered me and was set to purchase them like a week prior to this, but they never paid for like 5 days, so I went ahead and canceled the order. And then they were offering again, and I didn't want to accept another offer, and then they didn't pay for another 5 days, so I just kind of declined all her offers, and I didn't really want to sell them to her, and then she bought them outright. So I'm a little bit nervous about this sale because it has not been delivered and accepted, but I'm hoping all is well. But I have been enjoying selling Saucony sneakers, and I think they sell pretty fast for me and for a pretty good amount, so I'm super happy with this, and it had a good profit. And the next sale was another eBay sale. This is a pair of Sperry brand new without tag women's crest vibe animal print sneakers in a size 8.5. These also sold for $40, and after a fee of $7.18, I was left with $32.82. These are also from a flip lot, and they took 1 week to sell. This sale was actually extremely surprising to me. These also sold outright. There are sirens, try to ignore them. But these actually surprised me because I did not expect for them to sell on eBay. I honestly expected these to sell on Poshmark, but they ended up selling super fast on eBay, which is great. eBay sales have definitely been picking up, and I've been making quite a few actually, so I'm really excited about that. And these actually sold extremely fast and had a really great profit. And next was a Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Eileen Fisher, and it is a women's tinsel and organic cotton silk v-neck top in blue, and this was in a size small. It sold for $38 with a Poshmark fee of $7.60, and I was left with $30.40. This top is from a flip lot, once again, and it took 2 months to sell, so it sold pretty fast. I actually have another one of these, the same exact shirt, but in a different size, and this one actually sold a lot faster than the other one for some reason. I think I had this listed at $45 originally, and then she offered actually kind of low, and my counter was $38, and she ended up accepting $38, which was great. I'm super happy with this sale, and I think that was actually a reasonable price. I actually love selling Eileen Fisher. For the most part, it sells pretty fast and for a really great amount, so I can't go wrong with Eileen Fisher. And the last sale on January 27th was another eBay sale. This is a pair of Vionic women's velvet slip-on mules in black in a size 6. These also sold for $40, and these were also from a flip lot. After the fee of $6.66, I was left with $33.34, and these took 2 months to sell. So these sold extremely fast. I've talked about Vionic in the past, how I really love selling their shoes. They always sell pretty fast and for a really great amount. I had these listed at $50 originally, and I did want a little more for them, but honestly, I was okay taking $40, especially on eBay, and I think it was still really reasonable for like the comps that I had seen, so I'm super happy with this sale, and it had a good profit. And moving on to January 28th, the first sale I made was a Poshmark sale. This is a Lulu's branded with tag cut out in about black skater dress in a size large. This sold for $30 with a Poshmark fee of $6, and then I was left with $24. This is from a flip lot, and it took 3 months to sell, so it sold kind of right at the 3-month mark. And I had this listed at $38 originally, but I just didn't have any takers, and when I received an offer for $30, I honestly went ahead and accepted because on this day, sales were really slow. I only had 2 total, and so I honestly was like, I can't have a no sales day, so let's just accept this offer. It's not super unreasonable, and some Lulu's pieces don't have the best comps, and this was one of those pieces that comps just weren't amazing, even at new with tags, so I was still happy to move it at $30, and obviously I did want to make a little more profit on that, but I was still happy with it because I do have this lot at 60%, so it wasn't terrible, but I'm still happy that it sold, and it still sold fairly quickly. And the second and last sale on January 28th was a Mercari sale. This is a pair of Tory Burch brown suede Sonoma moccasin booties. These sold for $75 with a selling fee of $7.50 and a processing fee of $2.48, and I was left with $65.02. These are also from my flip lot, and they took 3.5 months to sell, so these also sold fairly quickly. I am very surprised that these actually sold on Mercari because typically the higher priced items don't typically move on Mercari just because I feel like people are honestly looking for cheaper stuff on there. but I was still really happy that they sold. And I want to say I had them listed at, I think, like $90. And we went back and forth a couple times, and I thought $75 was a reasonable amount to land on. So I'm super happy with it, and this sale had a really great profit for myself and my client. And finally, on to the last day of last week, January 29th. I definitely had the most sales this day. I don't know what was going on, but I had a ton of sales, starting with the first. It was a Poshmark sale. It was a Banana Republic women's v-neck white ruffle tank in a size large. This sold for $14 with a Poshmark fee of $2.95, and then I was left with $11.05. This was another kind of meh sale, but this top was actually from my palette, my JOMAR Wholesale Passes palette. If you don't even know what I'm talking about, go watch my whole palette series and you'll kind of know more. But this took 9 months to sell, which is not terrible, but I had actually just relisted my palette stuff for the first time last week, and that's why this actually sold. So I am still happy with this sale, even though it's kind of a lower price sale. At this point, any sales for my palette are just kind of adding to my overall profit, so I honestly can't be mad at any of them. And next up was another Poshmark sale. This was a Lululemon heathered gray and pink zippered defined jacket in a size 8. This sold for $70 with a Poshmark fee of $14, and then I was left with $56. This jacket is from a flip lot, and it took almost 2 months to sell. Sold very quickly. I think this was probably a little bit of an older Lululemon piece, but I still think it sold for a really great amount. It also sold outright, meaning I listed it for $70 and it sold for $70. So honestly, I just can't be mad at the sale at all, and it sold super quick for my clients, so I'm really happy with it. And next up was another Poshmark sale. This was a pair of Zara women's black point toe block heel booties in a size 6.5. These sold for $35 with a Poshmark fee of $7, and then I was left with $28. These are from a JOMAR wholesale box, and I got them for $5. This is the box that is called Zara Shoes, and I think it's 8 pairs, 7 pairs, something around there. It's like a really small pack, and it's Zara Shoes. I absolutely love getting that box, and these actually took a week and a half to sell, so that's amazing. I actually just got around to listing this box a week and a half ago, so I'm hoping a few more of the pairs will actually move fairly quickly. So far, this is the only pair to sell in a week and a half, but it did pay for almost the entire box, so super happy with that, and of course, it had a really great profit. And next up was a Mercari sale. This is a pair of Jeffrey Campbell women's black cores of peep toe suede booties. These sold for $40 with a selling fee of $4 and a processing fee of $1.46. I was left with $34.54. These I got from a flip lot once again, and they took 5 months to sell. These I had listed at $50 for the longest time, and they had so many likes, so much interest, but I never could move them. And finally, this person on Mercari asked if I would take 40 for them, and I was like, immediately, yes, like just take them. I'm over it, because I was thinking they would move a lot faster, but they just didn't. And 5 months is still not bad, but with all the interest and attention they got, I really thought they'd sell faster. But it was still a really reasonable price for them, and I still had a good profit, and my client still had a good profit, which is really all that matters. So I'm still happy with the sale. And next was another Mercari sale. This is by the brand Wilfred Free, which is sold at Aritzia. This is a pair of Daria faux leather leggings in black. These sold for $49 with a selling fee of $4.90 and a processing fee of $1.72. I was left with $42.38. These leggings are from a flip lot, and they took almost 4 months to sell. I had these listed at, I want to say $55 originally, and this person offered me kind of low. I want to say they offered like $40, and my counter was $49. I thought that I might lose the sale on that counter, but I know that these are worth probably $49 or $50, so I countered $49, and they actually accepted, which surprised me, but it was a very reasonable price for the item. Yes, they could have been worth a little more, but I was so happy moving them for $49, and they also had a really great profit for myself and my client, so I'm super happy with it. And next was a Poshmark sale. This is by the brand Adriana Goldschmied. It was a pair of women's the Stevie ankle slim straight leg jeans in black, and these were in a size 28. These sold for $40 with a Poshmark fee of $8, and then I was left with $32. These I got from a flip lot once again, and these took just under 2 weeks to sell, so they sold extremely fast. Adriana Goldschmied, I've had kind of hit and miss times with them, but recently they've been selling pretty quickly and for pretty good amounts. I do find that different like styles, sizes, colors, all that sell for different, and there's just so many styles that I honestly can't keep track of what sells well. But I do have a few styles that I just really enjoy selling. This one is not one I sell super often, but this one actually sold really, really well. So I'm super happy with it, and I'm super happy with how fast they sold. And the very last sale on January 29th and of last week was a Mercari sale. This is by the brand Carbon to Cobalt, and it was a women's linen blend t-shirt in white. This sold for $28 with a selling fee of $2.80 and a processing fee of $1.11. I was left with $24.09. This is from a JOMAR wholesale box, and I got it for $3.82, and it took almost 1 month to sell. I was really not sure about this when I pulled it out of the box that I got. I think it was a CPR box, and I want to say that I filmed it, and it's on my channel. I don't remember which one. I just think it's a CPR box, but I was actually pleasantly surprised when this sold for full asking of $28 because it's literally just a white linen blend t-shirt, and I did not expect for it to actually sell for $28, even though I listed it at that. So I am extremely happy that it sold outright, and it's actually sold for such a good amount. And in the end, it actually had a really great profit, which I did not expect at all. So I'm very pleasantly surprised with this, and I'm actually really happy with the sale. Okay, we made it through with the light not getting too crazy on us, so I hope it wasn't too distracting. But I hope you guys enjoyed watching. As always, let me know what your favorite sale was down below. I honestly can't pick this week. There were so many good sales, and I don't even, I love so many of them, I can't pick my favorites. But thank you again to Vendu for sponsoring today's video, and if you're interested in trying out Vendu, don't forget to click the link down below to save 25% off your first month's service. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to hit that bell notification to be notified every time I post a new video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you again next week.